here. I hope everyone is doing great today. Today I'm coming at you with a video, one of my favorite kinds of videos to do, and that is a watch face review. I got a couple watch faces here, about 5 watch faces I want to show you. I absolutely enjoy watch faces. If you've seen my videos in the past, I have so many watch faces, and I do use them all. It seems like I go through sometimes a couple watch faces a day. We'll see how it goes here today. Just a real quick cap of the accessories we got on here today. We have the LDFAS leather hybrid band, and of course it's got the nice orange with some great stitching in there. I really like this band. It's a good band. And inside here I have the Ring K inner bezel. I've got a video of this here. I really like the way this makes this watch look. It really makes some of these watch faces pop out too, I think. So check that video out if you want to. I'll also leave links in the description for these specifically. But let's get started on our watch faces today. So the first one we got today coming up is called the Classic Win Sport V2. So let's get down on this watch face right now. As you can see, it's kind of a analog style watch face, which is one of the favorite ones I like to have rock and look, especially when you got a nice leather band with it. But the reason why I like this one, it is super customizable. And if you're wondering, yes, that weather is correct. It is cold in Colorado tonight. But this one here is super customizable. You got a couple widgets here. You got a couple hot spots you can hit here thing. And then you have the, what's the word I'm looking for? The digital clock here too. So if you're lazy like me sometimes and you just need to look real quick what it is, it's on there also. So let's go ahead and take a look real quick of what kind of customization we can do here. And I'm telling you, you can do a ton of customization on this thing. You have right here, you got several different backgrounds. It's kind of hard. It's pretty subtle changes. I like the little subtle changes, but you have a ton of those. Then we move over here, and then we're talking about the minimal AOD on or off. I like that on. I like my always on display to be on point and is showing as much as possible. Then we have the index color, which gives you different colors for the index area. You can see here on the outside, it's changing colors, which is cool. Then you have another one. You can change these little guys here on the numbers for different colors too. Like I said, this one's super customizable. Real quick, we'll go through here. We can change the colors of now the small numbers. You notice we got big numbers and then small numbers. We can change the color of those. I like them separate from the big numbers. I think it looks good. And then of course you can change the big numbers. And of course I pick orange. Is usually my go-to color. But you have a bunch of colors you can go through here. And we're going to stick with orange. Perfect. Slide that over there, and as you can change the hand color too. Of course I'm going to stick with I like the orange there, and you slide over here, you can change the second hand. You can change pretty much anything on this, and then you can change the overall color of all the other big stuff, which it gives you quite a few different colors. That looks pretty good, and maybe I'll stick it with that one so the orange really pops out. And then here we have different complications. So these, you got a complication there, got a complication there, a complication there, complication there, and then you got a couple touch targets here on the side. And that's pretty much it for this watch. This one looks super classy, super good. I really like this one in particular. Real quick, guys, I just want to talk about what makes all these cool gadgets like these phones and all that kind of stuff run, and that's the wireless carrier that you use. And in partnership with Mint Mobile, you know this guy.
Hey there, it's Ryan Reynolds, owner of Mint Mobile. Enticing, right?
Actually owns Mint Mobile, one of the best and affordable wireless carriers. That goofy guy. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for as low as $15 a month, and you don't have to sacrifice any coverage, speed, or data. Seriously, they're built on the nation's largest 5G network. They keep costs low because they sell direct to you online. That's the way they do that. And being the tech guy in the family, I'm often asked what wireless plans, which ones work the best, which one has the best value. And I often will recommend Mint Mobile. With all the phones I use, I got phones everywhere. I use Mint Mobile as one of those lines, so it's easy for me to just pick up a phone and go and don't have to worry about it. And side by side, I'm telling you, there's no difference on Mint Mobile than on my big carrier that I use for some of my other phones. Mint Mobile makes it super easy to switch. You can easily use an eSIM, which I like to use, and switch immediately. Or you can have Mint Mobile send you a SIM card for free, no hidden activation charges like other companies. Every plan includes unlimited nationwide talk and text, plus lightning fast 5G and free mobile hotspot. Right now, Mint Mobile is running a great deal for all my viewers. Through January 15th, if you purchase a 3-month plan, you'll receive an additional 3 months for using my link, mintmobile.com/getitdone. Linked in which I've got linked in the description. This offer is available on all plans, including the unlimited plan that they have. And you can so basically you can totally get 6 months of service for $60. You can't beat that, I'm telling you. Thanks Mint Mobile for partnering with me to bring you this, my viewers, this great deal. And let's get on to the next watch face. So this next watch face we're going to talk about is one of these cool watch faces that give you that kind of old school look. This is called the Acro Energy Fit watch face. It gives you that old school watch look, which I think is pretty cool. It looks better when you're using, I think, instead of the watch here, but if you're using like a band like that, boom, there you go. Look at that. So this is the Spigen Rugged Armor Pro band. And so if you're using a band like that, I think it looks super cool. There's several of these that I have that I switch between, and I really like this one here too. So it has some customization to it a little bit, not too much, but basically you can adjust the color, which is cool. Look at that. Yeah. So depending on what you want it to be, you can adjust that background color. And then you can change just basically the index copy here, which is that outside bezel kind of. So if you got numbers, and then it has cardinal directions too, so north, south, east too. But not a lot on here, which it doesn't really need it. Right now it currently has, this is kind of a fitness focused version. So you have your step count, your battery, of course the date, which is important. And then your goal, it has like a little track, I think, that it goes around to try to figure out your step goal. And then your battery presented here also in a bar form. And then you got some touch targets and more touch targets. So super cool. I really like it. It works great. Let's go on to the next one. Now this one is super interesting. This one is called S4U London Shift. I'm not exactly sure why it's called that, but I like it. And I kind of left it plain just so you can show. This is kind of a plain, nice, classy watch face, but you can really dress this one up. It has a lot of different settings to it. It's got the big chunky dials here. You got a little percentage for your battery power. This is totally analog with the sweeping second hand. Of course, you got a cool date right here. And then I really like the way these outside numbers, I guess, but where the numbers should be. I really like the way that looks, and it really lines up good with this particular bezel. I really like it. So let's take a look at what we can do to customize this one here, and it's a ton. Right, you can change the background, and it's pretty light. So that's like a blue, and then a darker blue, and then you get like a red, orange, red, green. So you can change that up to whatever you want it to. And then this is the part that really makes it interesting, is you have a stripe in the center. So you can put a nice little easy stripe down the center there like that. Or you can make it a little bit better or a little bit different. And then you can make it thicker. And then you can make this cool little kind of stripe like that. And then if you go again, there's a stripe here on the right that you can really customize to your liking. It has some pretty cool looking stuff to it. And I think that's where you get the London at right there, right? It's pretty cool. I'm going to take that off because I do like the center one. And then the next one here, you can pick the color. As you can tell, I'm going to pick orange, but you can change it to all kinds of different colors. If that doesn't change the look of that watch face, and then you go over here, you can change the hands. So you can change the colors of the hands. And I'm going to leave them white. You can change the color of the small hands, the ones inside the little dials inside there. And I'm also going to leave those ones white. And then you can change the index colors, which is those outside, these little outside guys here. And then you can change the outside completely, which is those tiny little dots. You can change that color. You can do the border. I think you guys are getting the gist here. You can do the 60-minute thing here, but this is super customizable, which I think is pretty cool. So once you pop, let's go ahead and go back to what that one was there, and there you go. So now that looks completely different than what it originally came to. So that's cool. Anyways, guys, that's what the AOD, you can barely see it. I don't know if you can see it on camera. It's the one thing I don't like about this is I can't get a good bright AOD always on display setting on this one. This one is a little bit less for me, but if you're into having that on, but want to use less battery life, this one is the way to go. Okay, let's keep moving on here. The next one that I have for you is one of my favorites, one I've been rocking probably the most. Probably seen this one in a few videos recently, and that is called MD308. So this is an MD watch. I really like MD watches. I have several watch faces like this. I just really like the way these look. And this one's no different. You got like a cool little gauge here for your battery percentage. Plus you got a battery percentage there. Right now I have the barometer showing, which you can actually change that. You got some touch targets right there. These are my most used apps for sure. Big chunky watch time on here, so you can easily see the time. And then also I have the calendar complication right there. Big nice juicy date, which I have to use all the time. And then you have some fitness stuff, so heart rate and steps. And then down here you have the date, which I think is really cool. This has some pretty good customizations too. You can change the bars color, and that's over there if you notice on that one. You can change the hour color, so that one is the big hour button. Of course mine's orange. Oh, let's get that back to orange. And then we come back over here and you can change the minutes, and I kind of like that offset in the minutes, even though yellow is pretty cool. You don't do the yellow. I kind of like that. And then you got the seconds. You can change the seconds, but I'm going to leave the seconds where it was. But again, you have all the colors you can possibly want there. Now you have the data here. You can change that too. Pretty good. You can change the foreground, which I'm not sure what that changes actually, to be honest with you. Let's just leave it. And then you got your overall color. So the color of your, I guess your complications, you got that on there like that. And so that looks pretty good, but I'm going to leave mine white because I like it white. And then you have all the complications like I showed. You got a complication there, there, and there. And then you have 3 touch targets. So your date, your steps, and your heart rate are locked in. But this is a super great watch face. I really like it. It has a great always on display on it. I just really like this one. This one is super cool. And as usual, guys, I like to end with a fun one. So this one is just a fun one. This one is called S4U RC1, but it's the USA version. So RC1 is a watch face, and this one is a USA version. I just think it's fun and cool. It's got just like some American flag action in it. Just gives you the battery, big chunky thing right there, your heart rate, and then a nice little big dial down there. And underneath there is the date. And one thing I wish that more Wear OS watch faces have, is the ability to make the hands disappear, because they often cover up that date. I'm sure you guys have had that problem before. It's kind of irritating. But anyways, this one's pretty cool. Let's take a look at what we got for customization. Not much. So you have the border change. You can change the borders. Let's change the color of the borders. And then you got your complications, which you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those there. So super cool. Not too customization. It's just a fun watch face. I probably wouldn't switch to this one too often, but at certain occasions, I think it would be pretty cool. Well, that's all watch faces I got for you today, folks. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for staying to the end. Don't forget to check out that Mint Mobile link in the bottom if that's something that interests you. And otherwise, have a great day, and I will see you on the next one.